The Galactic Tribunal's verdict was unanimous. Humanity, after only 50 years in space, had been deemed too aggressive for civilized society. Their punishment: exile to Vorthak Prime, the deadliest planet in charted space. "The sentence is merciful," proclaimed High Judge Zerath, his crystalline form pulsing with authority. "Most species would face extinction. We offer you a chance at survival, however slim." The human ambassador, Catherine Walsh, stood in chains before the assembly. "You're sentencing 3 billion colonists to death." "No," Zerath replied coldly. "We're containing a threat. Vorthak Prime will be your prison. The atmosphere is toxic, gravity 3 times Earth standard, temperatures ranging from -200 to 400 degrees Celsius. Predators that have killed every previous colonization attempt. If humanity survives, perhaps you'll learn humility." The forced evacuation took 6 months. Every human in space, rounded up and deposited on Vorthak Prime with basic supplies and a message: evolve or perish. The tribunal expected screams. They expected begging. They expected extinction within a year. They monitored the planet from orbital stations, waiting to document humanity's end. Day 1, the humans started building. Day 7, they had established 14 settlements. Day 30, they were farming. Somehow, they were farming in soil that had killed every other attempt at agriculture. Impossible, the observers reported. The toxins should have killed them immediately. Day 60, the predators attacked. Massive creatures called Ravagers, apex predators with acid blood and armor-piercing claws. The observers prepared to witness massacre. The humans killed them. All of them. Then they ate them. "Sir," a technician whispered to the observation commander. They're making armor from the Ravager shells. And their children are playing with Ravager pups. As pets." Day 180, the toxic atmosphere that should have killed them, they'd adapted. Not through technology, through biological adjustment. Their lungs were processing the poisonous air. Day 365, first anniversary. The human population hadn't decreased. It had doubled. The High Judge called an emergency session. "Show me the current status." The display revealed a transformed world. Cities rose from the hostile landscape. The humans had tamed the untamable, domesticated the deadly, and turned every threat into a resource. They discovered that Vorthak's crushing gravity made them stronger. The toxic atmosphere had triggered dormant genes. The extreme temperatures had forced rapid adaptation. "They're thriving," the observers said in disbelief. "They call it New Australia for some reason." Year 2, the humans announced they'd achieved complete self-sufficiency. Year 3, they started launching satellites. Homemade, crude, but functional. Year 5, a transmission reached the tribunal. Catherine Walsh appeared on screen, but she was different. Taller, stronger, her eyes now with a distinctive purple tint from the atmospheric adaptation. Behind her stood thousands of humans, all similarly changed. "Hello, Tribunal," she said calmly. "We wanted to thank you." "Thank us," Zerath sputtered. "You gave us exactly what we needed, a challenge. Earth was too easy. We were getting soft, complacent. But Vorthak Prime," she smiled, showing slightly elongated canines. "It reminded us what we are. Persistence predators from a death world. You didn't exile us. You sent us to finishing school." She gestured to the thriving city behind her. "We've conquered every challenge here, tamed every beast, survived every storm. And in doing so, we've become something new, stronger, better, more dangerous than you could possibly imagine." "What do you want?" Zerath asked, fear creeping into his harmonics. "Nothing. Yet. We're going to stay here, keep evolving, keep growing stronger. But remember this moment. You had 3 billion humans you were afraid of. Now you have 3 billion humans specifically adapted to survive anything the universe can throw at them." The transmission continued. "Oh, and we're keeping the planet. We've earned it. But don't worry, we'll be seeing you soon. After all, prison sentences don't last forever." The feed cut. The tribunal immediately voted to quarantine the entire system, establishing a blockade 50 light-years in radius. It wasn't to keep the humans in. It was to keep them from getting out. But deep down, every species in the galaxy knew the truth. They hadn't sentenced humanity to death. They'd sentenced humanity to become death itself.